Hello, and welcome to another edition of DooM WAD Travelogue. I'm Nick, and this is a show where we say just 'cause it's not a great idea to be going out right now doesn't mean we can't still explore new and interesting spaces. We'll just do it in the form of community built DooM WADs and level packs. Man, it's incredible how even when you never really decide on what the script is, you land on something that just gets burned into muscle memory. It's going to be that kind of day. Um, hey, so last week we looked at so last week we were about to look at Jenesis, and then we decided to just chat for like an hour. And that's fine. Honestly, I feel like that was needed. But today I have all my chatting worn out. My chat bits are done. My It's not even that my vocal cords are fried, it's that my brain has no interest in particular communications or I think more expression. Um, so we're just going to look at more of Genesis. We'll get a better look this time. We'll see more than 3 levels. I don't remember what we saw last time. So let's get right back to it. I'm ready for video game to occur. Where do we pick up from? Ah, yes. Jenesis does what Nintendo doesn't. That was it. That was absolutely it. And extremely dangerous start. How are we doing? We doing good on volumes and everything today? Okay. Can I get those guys from range? I like this. Alright, this track is a pop. I like that we're starting with this, like, running gauntlet. Ooh, waterfall. Think there's something secret behind that? It is a nice way to break up, but otherwise just a... It's a big old U, isn't it? Eek? What? I didn't do that. Okay. Save that after we... Oh, twins! Hazel! Twins! What? Oh! Just by approaching. Ow. Ow. You see the guy I'm shooting at, right? Hey, got him. Spent so many more shells than was probably necessary. How are we feeling? Oh, we're feeling great. Ow, what? Oh, there's one over there too. But we can have a chain gun duel. There we go. What makes that noise? Oh! I feel like I rarely run into Mancubi that close in such a way that I get to hear the noise that they make when they wake up. Let's grab that. And now that... Yep, nope. Same name. Same wrong name. Do I have? One, two, three. And then just get in. Okay. Let's get right on in there. So originally, there was a plan to do a bonus stream yesterday, and that didn't happen. And I feel like there's no particular reason to bring it up, because all bringing it up does is put myself on blast in one way or another. This is one of those I'm going to explain myself when really there's no need to. But at least I had the excuse of I need something to talk about. Um, Man, this really do be how you want a castle to be. Let folks in, and then light them up from the ramparts, huh? I have a lot of cases of I want to do a thing, I say I might do a thing, and then I don't. And after many years and searching and self-understanding and such, I've come to find that it is largely a matter of... Whoop. Oh, hey, there's a spot up there. I believe it is largely a matter of anxieties. It's like, oh, yeah, I want to do this, but then some piece of the process I end up being scared of, I guess, for lack of a better term, in such a way that it's like, actually, if this doesn't happen, I would be relieved. And it sucks. It sucks. Honestly, there's a lot of things that I would love to do, that I would love to have done, that I haven't because even just some, like, single piece of it has scared me off, because it's just like, no, I won't be able to handle that. This looks like it should be a switch, but I guess it's not. Ow! Oh my god. Alright, how are we feeling? I'm still feeling okay. This zone has a lot of space to it. Who's in here? You're in here. Okay. I would love to keep it to just... If I can just get rid of remnants, then we can handle a lot of it. Oh. Gonna end up going through there to get it? Maybe, maybe. And the thing is, I don't have a solution for this yet, you know? Like... Even before I was really aware of, like, what was going on, it's something that I've been dealing with honestly, since I was a child. It's just, you know, it takes a long time to sort of have the self-awareness, to have the sort of knowledge to recognize it, to have the vocabulary to... There's a lot of things. I consider this like a academic psychology thing, not not as in like a fact of psychology you learn in higher academics, but like I think there is an element of knowledge, like conceptually of knowledge, that you kind of, there's that element of you don't know what you know, and as long as you don't know what you know... Oh, that was a big hole, and I just jumped right into it. No fear, no thought. They say fear is the intelligent man's curse. So if you don't think, you don't fear. It's a double-edged sword, to be sure. It's a big hole. Like, so okay. Notice that these steps were a jump ramp, kind of subconsciously, just from playing enough Doom. And then, like, midway up through running it, I was like, okay, it looks like I'll land on that. Doesn't look like a platform, looks like it might be a little hole, and then it turns out it's a big hole. And I guess we're in the dungeons now. This is a cool castle. you can't make full use. You can't play with an idea. You can't manipulate. You can't fully utilize an idea if you don't know that you have it. If you don't know that that thought is in you, that thought is occurring. So there's this element of first you need to be like, hey, there is something happening here. It'll have... I've talked a lot before, and I've talked about this in terms of, like, recognizing truth. But, oh yeah, that was 3 rows. Alright. But if you look at what... Wow, I'm just going to throw us back here. We didn't get anything out of that. I mean, we hit a bunch of switches, so maybe something changed. Maybe. I haven't hit these yet. Oh, you've been let out, so that's something different. Knowledge works on Rumpelstiltskin rules. That's the thing that I'm trying to get at. It's like you might be having a thought. You might be stuck in a certain pattern of thought, and not be aware of it. And if you're not aware of it, you can't pin it down. You can't break it. You can't control it. You can't whatever. Like there's this element of like knowledge is power, and so self-awareness is power over the self. These are traps. 2 of these are a trap. I bet. Okay. Oh no, these lead up to the thing up there. Okay. I actually like that. It's kind of a memory test. Also, you can just wrap around and do it. But so there's a thing, because the first thing you do when you... Like, once you recognize a specific pattern, or a specific event or thought or whatever it is, you give it a name. Because once you give it a name, you are also sort of giving it like you are sort of like defining a boundary and saying the thing within this boundary has this name. So, and the thing is like, oh, the thing within the boundary is something that may have already been there, but you weren't aware of it. You weren't, you didn't know it was going on. You did not have control over it because it sort of passed by your perception. So there's this element of you give something a name, and in doing so, by knowing its name, you understand. Oh, that's that bridge. Okay, I understand. It's not really up here, huh? By knowing its name, you know its shape, you know its bounds, and moreover, by knowing its name, it becomes vulnerable to your awareness, you know? Which I think is... That's powerful, because once you know about it, then you can... Ooh, it's not making the effort noise. Oh, I have... Where did I get it? Right, I got the red key there. Alright, let's do this. And I think we've seen that a lot in... Or you know... Seen it occurring more and more in modern times, especially around sort of psychological and emotional knowledge and awareness and techniques. Um, but it's also kind of interesting because like I think about it with like laziness, right? Because the going principle is laziness isn't real. Laziness is like we actually still have this with in medical issues. Like we still have a couple of diagnoses that are just like, well, it's something, but we actually don't have any specificity over what it is. This is the name that we give to all the stuff that we still haven't figured out. There are a lot of names like that, and I think there were a lot of those names for sort of psychological concepts for a very long time. And lazy was one of them, because it's like, oh, you're lazy, you're unmotivated, you just won't do things. And it's like, okay, well, no, because now we understand things about like executive dysfunction and ADD, and like these things are like, there are people who want to dismiss them because it's just like, why are you giving this old thing new names? I'm still going to treat it like the old thing. And it's just like, well, no, the old name was the sort of like a knowingly failed attempt to have that knowledge. It was just like, well, this is what we're going to call it because we don't have anything better. And it was an attempt to have control over it by giving it a name. But ooh, okay, this is a deep one. Okay, for being what is essentially like a Switch rally with some non-linear parts, this map is really keeping it fresh with. You're different. Is keeping it fresh with what happens at each checkpoint. There we go. Why? But like the people want to say like, oh, we have all these terms for this thing that we already had a term for, and it's like, well, yeah, because you had a term for we don't understand these things yet, and now we have terms for we're getting better understandings, and we're sort of narrowing down. That's why one broad term we now have like 3 different things for, because it's more we're getting better understanding of these things, and we are seeing clearer the boundaries, and we are seeing the boundaries in between these things inside of the bigger lump. It's we're like, oh, this one thing we realize now is actually like could be one of 3 different things, and here are the things that separate them, and it's a weird thing I've been kind of learning is a lot of knowledge is actually based on specifics. Like, whoops. Because it's part of what I was just saying, right? About like if you, oh wait, we went from castle right to tech. Ooh, what does that mean? Ooh. Wait, can we get out there? Wait, no, the exit is out there, so we'll be out there. Like basically, the more you can. The more you can break down the questions, and the more detailed your observation of the sort of experimental portion can be. Like even if you don't understand it right away, like having specifics is what leads to better knowledge, I think. But like even in that questioning phase, it's like you can have a very broad question when you don't know anything, but then as you get sort of broad, not super useful answers, they do allow you to... Why are we starting danger start so often? I want to start with these guys because they'll be most dangerous. Hit scanners next, then we deal with them. I might hit up... There we go. And like the more specific your question is, like having knowledge, the more knowledge you gain, the more specific a question you'll find you're able to build. Or the more knowledge, the more awareness. Knowledge is awareness. Knowledge is a prerequisite for awareness. Like it's. I remember the example always being when you start to learn an instrument, suddenly you start noticing that instrument in far more detail and with far more presence in songs you've heard 1,000 times before, right? Like, knowledge is a prerequisite for awareness, because if you don't know that it could exist, you don't know to look for it, you don't know, it's sort of like... So the thing I learned in college, let me share with you a bit of my college education. Brains are incredibly fast computers, incredibly fast systems for filtering out noise and recognizing patterns. But they're also dumb as hell. So this is the thing. The reason that we can handle... So the reason we have, like, gut feelings and sort of, like, intuition, and even it leads into superstitions and things like that, is because we recognize patterns even on very, very broad levels. We do it kind of... That is like some of the subconscious function of the brain, is to recognize patterns. Man, remember when I said this wasn't going to be a chatting episode? Okay, so is there nothing I hit that button? Okay, here we go. So the thing is, it happens. It can happen on a subconscious level. So we don't even realize that, like, we are recognizing a pattern and sort of like making inferences based on the pattern we think we've recognized. But that's what a hunch is. That's going like, I got a bad feeling about this. Ooh, here's what I think is like. That's why we always like have a sense of something we think is going to happen. That's on a grander scale. That's why gambling addictions happen, because when something has a very consistent payout, we solve that pattern very easily. But when something has like a randomized payout, we get stuck on looking for the pattern and trying to find the pattern. And you just get stuck there, and you kind of get fooled into like, no, the longer I study this, the more likely I am to find the pattern. And it's just like, it's random. There's no pattern. Although you look at like jackpots and gacha machines, and it's like, no, there are patterns, and they are abusing you. What do I want to do? Oh, there's something out there. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, it's kind of the last thing I have to explore, huh? That's going to be a return. You look like you're something. You look like you're going to open up and be a teleporter later. I'm sorry, that's just what you look like. Well, how come your texture does not match the other two? See, this is what I mean about pattern finding. Pattern-seeking behaviors. No, I need to just grab the thing and go. Grab this, grab this. Now let's go here. Exit there, behind yellow, teleporter. Hey, red key, that'll let us get to work on something. That's where we come out, good. Where was I going with all this? I do the thing where it's like, no, I'm going to, in order to explain this, first I have to explain this. And to explain that, first I have to explain this. And then I forget everything I was talking about. Oh, that did that out there. Okay. Pattern-seeking behavior. Ooh, hello. That's useful. Ooh, hello. And these just go back and forth. Okay. Okay. Pattern-seeking behaviors, gambling. Oh, this also leads to there being this conceptually built-in like thirst for knowledge, because if we seek patterns, and knowledge is sort of patterns and awareness. Like patterns are a thing we recognize without knowing it. So kind of like you can't help but get smarter. Brains are just sort of wired for it. But for some reason, like, and this is still a question. Maybe it's more a question. There's something about this room that's very eerie. I think it's because we got this big unlit section in the middle. Also, this shadow doesn't work correctly. I mean, it's fine. If you look at it technically, this would block that, but then it wouldn't like that. It's fine. It's a choice. Oh, this one works the same way, so at least it's consistent. Right, okay, so I guess where I was going with this was, all of that being said, for some reason self-awareness struggles with this. Like, there's a lot of people for whom, like, recognizing their own patterns just is something that always escapes. Always escapes. Or is that the so I don't remember what I was going for when this conversation started. Let me say that for sure. But knowledge, Rumpelstiltskin rules. Right. So there is this element of, even though I want to touch the slimy, but I want the key. Can we... Oh, that looks like we're going to get up there somehow. Wait, this is the door. I can just go through the door. There we go. That's what we want. Brains do seek out knowledge unconsciously. We look for patterns unconsciously. Not the part I expected to go down, but tell me more. But an element still remains of things we recognize subconsciously tend to stay in our subconscious. And like the skill of self-awareness is to sort of like recognize like, hey, what is a thing that I do that I don't realize I'm doing? What is a thing that I think? What is a pattern I think that I have recognized and I act on that I don't realize I'm acting on, you know? And with self-awareness, you can bring things from the subconscious into the consciousness. And once it's in the consciousness, so when I was saying before that, you know, brains are a fast computer, that's all stuff that it does on the subconscious level. The conscious level works much slower, but it can work far more in depth. So there's this element of, oh boy, stay sunlocked. Okay. Is this where we started? No, it's not. That's a rocket launcher. This is symmetrical to where we started, though. Interesting. Oh, we could have gone through here at any time. Oh, huh. I do want rocket. We have yellow. We can get out of here now. I just gotta remember where that was. We can just get out of here. So, like, the consciousness is where you can make decisions. In the conscious, once you bring something into the conscious, then you can break loops, then you can manipulate loops, then you can experiment with loops. So even though it works a lot slower, the power of it is the control over it, especially, is far superior. But it's the same kind of thing. Even when you're talking about self-awareness, to be able to put a name and thus boundaries on the patterns and the concepts and the events going on in your subconscious, that is what allows you to bring them into the consciousness and have greater control over them. Which was all to say, this is like a if you've never really understood the sort of like purpose of therapy, that is kind of how I would sum it up, is that it is a person who, like, what? Okay. A therapist is somebody who has a lot of knowledge about, like, what subconscious patterns can look like, ones that have been seen in the past, ones that have been studied, whatever. And they are there to sort of like ask you questions and to help you gain self-awareness over your own subconscious patterns, to thus give you control over them. Because then once you have control, then everything's, you know, you're in control. And so when I was talking about how there's these like anxiety things I've dealt with since I was a kid, but I never, you know, I never thought of them as like, oh, I have these anxiety issues when I was like 6 or whatever, because I was like 6. I did not have, I had no concept of anxiety issues back then. I just knew, oh, I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to. Like, boy, something's going on out there. Maybe that's a mancubus? Ooh, it's like 3 mancubi, huh? Oh. Oh, come on. Ow, ow! It's bad for me. Yeah, it really hurt. But yeah, so the point is, like that's been a step in, I love this control tower up here. By the way, this bridge, we haven't seen any fancy bridge elements in this WAD yet, but this is a nice fancy bridge element that now leads us to this control tower. I wonder what that changed. How do we get back down? Hey, how do we get back down? Like, step 1 is sort of gain awareness of what your patterns are. There's still a long step 2 of, oh my gosh, do I have to do it that way? I do, huh? Whoa, hi? What is this let's make a deal nonsense? Not a fan of what's happening here. Right, because like gaining awareness, it sort of, it can also depend on sort of how complex your patterns are, right? More complex patterns take longer to gain an understanding of, to be able to have control over them. So just hit all of them. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You had to hit all of them anyway. God, what's going on here? I just hit you with this. Is this weapon enough? I forget. Okay. Can I keep you stun locked and out of range of the other guy? Okay, good. I was not out of range of him. Taken a long time to realize that that I even feel strong anxiety issues, to be able to give them that name, to be learning more and more about, like, okay, here's what anxiety feels like, here's what it does, and ultimately here are ways we can control it, and here's the things we can do to break out of it. But even those techniques are in themselves skills that need to be practiced, so it's like, I'm not even there yet. Which is all a long way of, I guess, being an apology for, hey, sorry, I said I would do a bonus stream yesterday and then didn't do it, which, yeah, so here's the other interesting thing about anxiety, is you get to look at this and ask, who am I apologizing to? And it's like, yeah, no, at this point, I'm also just apologizing to myself, because there was a thing I wanted to do, and I didn't do it. And I didn't do it because you know, because anxiety didn't let me because something scared me off. But whoa, broken switch. I like that. I like the broken switch effect. That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's also just like a really great piece of like visual information. It's kind of saying like, hey, this is a switch, this is something you could operate with, but here's an obvious break in it, so it will not operate. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I feel like I need to apologize to myself. But then you get the next question. It's like, if I feel like I have to apologize to myself, does that mean that I'm mad at myself? I feel guilty towards myself? I feel like I've let myself down? And is that actually how I feel towards myself, you know? Am I mad at myself over this? Because there is this thing of like, hey, you know, I got this issue. I know how much I struggle with it. Like, am I really going to hold it against me? Like, if anybody is going to be able to like give me a break based on understanding the situation, you would think it's me, right? It's just like, no, I shouldn't, you know, hold myself too harshly over it, because I get it. I know I'm working. I know I'm trying. And honestly, at some point, it's pattern recognition. I know this is a problem I have, and it shouldn't be unexpected. We can hope for better, but like, hope for the best, plan for the worst. Be prepared for the worst. What? You weren't there before. Oh no, this is a different balcony like this. Okay, what does this do? That opened that door. Oh, that was that exit door. Do this, and yeah, you're doing that. Now we can get out there and be... Let's be outie. I don't need to finish that. Let's go. It's also important. Dead center. Oh, hang on. With the leagues of hellish opposition infesting the lunar starport well and truly terminated, you step onto the waste station's teleport pad, ready to be transferred to the surface of Mars. There you find that the dogs of war have already been set loose. Okay, danger start. Oh, welcome to Mars. Got our ass to Mars, I guess. Okay. Oh, I love this all Mancubus level. It's like dodgeball. So, speaking of like knowledge and patterns, there is a known correlation between anxiety and depression, right? And we don't fully understand it yet, or we don't understand it in all its incarnations? Yes. Not incantations, incarnations. Intarnations. But you can kind of see, like, I think this is sort of how it works for me, at least, because, you know, I apparently do feel like I need to apologize for it, even if I'm just sort of apologizing to myself. But that's the thing. If I feel like I need to apologize for it, then that means I feel like I have failed in some way, that I've let someone down. I've let myself down. And if I've let myself down, then that means I have, like, I see less value in myself in some way, or I see some sort of flaw in myself. And it's just like, oh boy, that's where, you know, depression really comes in, because that's not seeing value in yourself, seeing yourself as, the closer you get to seeing yourself as worthless, that is depression taking more hold, you know? And so if you have this element of, well, here's anxiety keeping me from doing things, and my failure to do things makes me feel worthless, then that works into, I need these things to hit a wall or something. Okay. Then you get this element of, like, okay, the anxiety actually builds a foundation for the depression. And the depression is a dangerous one, because the depression, well, and then it spirals, because the depression also tends to lead to inaction, one way or another. A lot of formerly considered lazy people are just, like, thoroughly depressed. Okay. A lot going on in there. My brain just emptied. Did we get a key amongst all that? No. Oh, okay. Kako? Kako! Ah. Get this guy down. Whew. Anyway, long story short is, I started working with a new psychiatrist, because, boy, let me tell you, psychiatry and, like, mental health is still not respected in this country, in a really unfortunate way. That means that, like, it doesn't pay to be a mental health professional, so we don't have enough. Not by a long shot. Wait, what? Exit elevator. Okay. Plunge. How come some of these sound like they're gonna kick into Street Fighter 2 background tracks? But yeah, so I started working with I was lucky that one showed up who will take my insurance, and I started working with her, and we're trying a new anti-anxiety antidepressant, and boy, it's not doing the job. Did we just go? No. Wait, then... That's... Oh, that's a plunge. That's not just a little pool, that's a plunge. Okay. Oh, it's the only way we have to go. Good. Oh, it's a plunge. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright, alright, alright. I see it, I see it. I see what you did there. You done told me ahead of time. Been seeing this theme repeating a lot last couple of levels. Like, I don't mind a nice, like... It's not even quite a Switch rally, it's a sort of Switch collection. Lunge again. Oh, boy, what? Okay. I'm gonna get up on this dude. Keep him from working. Now I'll deal with everybody else. Red and blue. Okay, so I assume we're gonna be working our way around to both of those. This is an incredible look. This is a unique texture. This is new. And I love the look here. That's cool. That's cool. That is a texture and design. And the fact that this wall has these multiple windows in it. It's a weird long hallway, but it does give it a very unique look. It's very unique. We've never seen that before. And with the toxin behind it, it looks really cool. What are we doing? Yeah, maybe I'm done. That was the only. I think that was the only thing that I even had to talk about, like, in the chamber in reserves. Now that's done. Now I'm just thinking about lunch. Okay, so blue. Hello. I mean, I was gonna have to cross that gap anyway. Man, that gave us blue. Blue is over there, so let's grab this and explore blue. How am I feeling? Okay. Whoa, hello. I thought I could scoop by, I could not. Ow. Okay, 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 it's fine. Oh, give me rockets. Give me rocket number 9. I do love that this is just a sort of an empty cave that we did not build. We did not turn into a room. We just sort of built rooms on opposite ends of it. Very Minecraft. I have looked for Minecraft, Doom, crossover somethings. Have not found any viable ones yet. Aha. Good, the red dropped. Yep. Oh no, all the suits are over there. Why are those guys just looking at pipes? And not in the, like, dude you see at the corner of bodega looking at pipes. That's a different kind of looking at pipes. That's my joke. That's... Congrats, we made it to the one joke I have today, I guess. This level has been a nice back and forth between these very like simple but affecting cave sections, and then the man-made base sections. It's like right in here, you're like, oh yeah, base, toxin. This feels like any other interior. And you come out here and it's like, oh right, and we're in a cave. Oh, there's a plasma gun up there. I want that though. I want that. I don't see any way to get up there. So is this another, we gotta hit all of them? Probably. Yep, triplets on all 3 sides, yep. Oh, hello. Wait, is that corner gonna be the exit? No, that seems like it's gonna be the exit. Oh, something there would have created a step to get up here. Could I trick one of those into coming out here to... No, something about you is different. It's like a triangle. Like a triangle pointing over here? I do love the idea of leaving, like, hints in the auto map for puzzles in the world. Finally crafted snuff film, fetish film, what was it called? It was still probably the best example of it because it had a whole, like, chess movement, math, numbers puzzle. Slime vaults. Ow. Get skeleton knocked down. Okay. Who are you? Gone. You're gone is who you are. Okay, no. We do actually have line of sight to each other. I want you to fall down. There. Now let's get into it. This looks like a floor that'll drop down, right? I do like that this has kind of been established as ladder texture and technique. Extremely narrow steps. What is this song? I recognize this song, but I don't know what it is. It's no Everybody Dance Now, but... Wait, what? Back here? No, this is where we just came out of, isn't it? Was there more to explore? Yes? I don't have a suit. I don't have a suit. Oh gosh, that made it worse. That made things worse? Whoa! Where did you come from? Do you want to be collecting health? Right? Yeah. Wow, hey. Hello, hit scan boys. Hit scan boys are back at it again. Ow. Okay, armor. It's no blue armor, but better than what I got. Wake me up when we get the Doom level MIDI version of Mad World? Can we get Mad World? I had a good one in mind just a minute ago. And Kiss from a Rose. That's the one I want to hear. I want to hear Kiss from a Rose as we go through a level. To be fair, I just often want to hear Kiss from a Rose. Listen. I was down with that Batman movie. I'm a 90s kid, I remember. Only I remember. But also that song was just a banger. Okay. Okay. Red key button. There's something ominous about this switch just being here. I mean, it'll probably turn this into stairs, right? Probably? Yeah. It doesn't feel right that it just did the thing as expected. And why are these different? These are going to open at some point, aren't they? It's not like anything's been like real trouble. Okay, push the button. Switch rally? Is this worse than these things opening up and revealing monster closets? I'm still waiting for it. My entire body is clenched. Or are we gonna have a switch rally and then it ends with the central section opening up? There we go. Is that bridge new? The bridge is probably new. We still don't have a red key. Red button. Red buttons. Red robin. No, none of these levels had required me to backtrack this far yet. So I doubt I need to. I just need to... I need to look around up here again. Is there maybe a different wall that opened with something else in it? Did another wall in here have a switch? No? Nothing on the outside. Did I go in the wrong direction? Should I have had the red key already? Because there's nothing over here, right? Oh, that doesn't even open directly, so the door and the button are probably the same system. Alright, backtrack. Are you new? You might be new. Oh, you're there. Alright, there's yellow over there. Did this. I do like that teleporter pattern. Hi, what? No, I'm studying. That was how we came in. Okay, uh-oh. Oh, there's like a whole nother path to go down over there. Am I still... No, my health's okay now. Okay, well... Maybe it's like a two-switch system. You need to do a A-B. Nah, just let that one hit me. It's fine. No, you're not a... Okay, red key. Okay. Was I supposed to go this way first, maybe? Was this way even open before? Okay, so does that mean over here somewhere? That's where we came in. No, we're not done here. You're something. Oh, hi. Hi. Okay, alright. We're gonna have a little walkabout to get over there. I don't know why I picked up walkabout. Hey, guy. Okay, now showing us that it's been flooded. Did all of this get flooded too? No. Okay. Well, okay. No, we still... No, we can handle this. I forgot that their bolts weren't red in vanilla. Alright, so I hit that. Don't know what it did. I apparently have full rockets. That's good to know. Hey! Create a bridge that connects these. Okay, good. Now we get the red key. And that... Ah. Okay, okay. Then all the way to the edge, drop down, go this way, go this way, red key. All right, let's go. Woo! Okay, what's gonna happen? Okay, what's gonna happen? Oh. Okay. Where does blue key get used? Wait a minute. Blue key is over there. What room is that? That's after we go down the staircase. We want to head over to the left. It's over there. Okay. Okay. Right here. This dude was just like hanging out in the fireplace room. Just chilling by the fire. What are we doing to him? What? Is this a secret? That was a secret. Now I gotta go around again? Uh-oh. Now let's not take the secret exit. And yellow. What do we need yellow for? Yellow is for the middle right there. We can just kind of hop. And we'll be right here. It's fine. Just open. Just go. Hey, buddy. Duh. Okay. Ow. No, you can't. Oh, they can see me. Whoa, hey, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. What if I just left? What if I didn't even try? What if I just left? Okay. I'm actually gonna say. Where do I put this? Here? There we go. Right, what do the ruins look like? Ooh, that's ominous. That is actually a great shot that if we come back to this, we can start on. But I'll be honest, I think I'm going to call it there for today. Shorter episode, yeah, I know, but you can see the kind of state that I'm in. Um, Plus, I'll be honest, I got other stuff to do today, which is stuff that I'm super anxious about, so I need extra energy to go contend with that. It's a whole thing. Thank you for bearing with me. Um, hey, thanks for hanging out today. I had a good time. I hope you did too. I'm not sure if we'll come back to this next week or maybe we'll check out something else. I will decide that between now and then. And until then, what are the things to say? Get vaccinated. It's the best tool we have to fight pandemic and disease. Until you can get vaccinated, stay home. If there's no exposure, there's no contact, there's no spread. If you do have to go out, wear your mask. Your mask protects others, theirs protects you. Wash your hands. That's just good hygiene. Lift the voice of the oppressed. Recognize power dynamics, so that way you can tell the difference between who is oppressed and who is claiming to be depressed. Remember that neutrality isn't real, it allows the oppressor to continue. And the rule that underlies the rest of these rules is take care of one another. I'll see you next time. Whoops, I'm still in DooM window.